everyone, thanks for coming back for another anime figure opening video today. Today we're going to be opening up the SSS RAM Red Hood figure, which is the other half to the REM Red Hood figure, which we opened in a previous video. I have been excited to open this figure for a little while now because I have not had much time recently. But now I finally have a chance to open it, so I'd like to share with you all today what this figure looks like and how good the figure actually looks. Okay, so let's not waste any time and get straight into looking at the figure's box. So as you can see, the box is a lovely, lovely pink colour. You can see RAM actually written along the side here with the M hidden behind a lot of stuff. And then the lovely Red Hood text down here. The box is littered with flowers, which isn't a bad thing. I think it's actually very pretty. I love these designs. Very, very nice. But on each side, you've got a few pictures of RAM from different angles. You have her, of course, in her front pose here. And then, again, the strange upside down pose. And her with her hand out in sassy fashion. Yes, RAM. On the back you have again a lot of warning information in Japanese. You have just a bit more information on contacts for good information, I guess. And here we have our Kadokawa sticker to show this is an official product. Yeah, it's a bit off-centered, stuck here. That's kind of annoying, but I'm going to throw this box away anyway, so not much of a problem. On the top and the bottom, again we have the SSS figure stamp. This just means that this is a high quality figure. And we saw that with the RAM figure. From the anime ReZero, god, amazing anime. And again, SSS figure, RAM Red Hood. And with this figure, the top is no different, so there's not really too much extra to talk about here. Okay. So now that we've had a look at the box itself, let's get into opening it. Alright. So we're going to get straight into opening it. Again, 3 pieces of tape, as is always the case. Interestingly with this figure, I didn't win this in the game center. I actually bought this one because it was much cheaper in the shop than actually how much we would have spent on buying it. I'll get to that in a second. Goodbye. So yes, this figure cost us about 1,400 yen in the shop. I thought this was quite a good price for this figure, as some of the figures that we have won in the past or even recently have cost us anything from 2,000 yen upwards, although sometimes we are quite lucky with these figures. So for 1,400 yen, I couldn't say no. Plus, I really wanted this, so there we go. Alright, let's get into opening her. So, from the top, opening up. Oh dear, it looks like it's another cardboard abyss. What did I expect? It's kind of disappointing. What the hell? What is going on? Huh. Okay, bear with me a second. Let's put you down here for 1 sec. This is really bizarre. This is actually taped to the cardboard. That's really screwed up. Alright, I guess we need to get the knife back out. I've never seen this actually taped to the cardboard inside the box, and well, what do you know? She's taped again in here. God, it's like she's been crucified. Hold on. This is stupid. How do we get this out? Yeah, I know, I'm not being very careful with this knife. I should be a bit more careful. Alright, let's get rid of this cardboard and get straight on with opening our figure. Well, this time I think it's going to take a bit more time because there's a lot of bloody tape everywhere now, which is kind of annoying. But what can you do? Oh, okay. Oh, there's more tape! Good lord! Oh, and bits are falling apart. We have a foot that's just fallen out of the package. Great. Just leave that there. There's tape everywhere. This is stupid. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright. Whew. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. But okay, so after a bit of cleaning up, again, I'd like to show you there is a foot here. I am really pissed off. Because if you look really carefully in here, you can see that this, if the camera will focus, is not supposed to fall off. I think the figure is actually broken, which is really, really annoying. I mean, what the hell? God damn it. Alright, well, let's have a look at the figure and see if we can actually fix this foot, because it might work. Okay, so stand. A lot like the Rem figure that we saw previously, this looks beautiful. Again, figure stands don't really have this much detail, so it's nice to see a lot of color and a lot of detail on this. Like butterflies, leaves, flowers, there's all sorts. We also have SSS Figure RAM. I love that text, it's a lovely design. Again, 2 holes for the feet. I mean, hell, I could even show you one of the feet in there now. There you go. Oh, that's creepy. And on the back again, like the previous figure, we also have the TNK Rezerop. I still don't know what that P means. It's got to stand for something. But it's made in China, PVC, just my general details here. But there you go. That is the beautiful stand. Let's place this down here. Okay, and the figure. Here is the beautiful RAM SSS figure. Oh my, what a pretty figure. This is beautiful because it's a lot like the Rem figure that we previously opened, so very happy with this. However, I am going to have to come right out and say it, I am pissed off. Look at this shit. Seriously, what the absolute fuck? So this figure is clearly the amputee version of the RAM SSS figure. Yeah, the foot has snapped off completely. And please note, I opened this in front of you, so I did not break this on purpose. I mean, why the hell would I? But we are now a footless RAM. Fucking brilliant. Yeah, it's not going on. Oh well. I mean, what can you do other than take it back to the shop? I'm not going to take it back to the shop because I've thrown away the receipt, so... Well, let's continue opening it, and we're going to open the, well, the new and improved version of the RAM figure. So, as always, let's start off by looking at the face. You can see Rem's pink hair here. This is extremely solid, and the colour is just a bit too solid, I feel. The other one had a bit more of layers here, and there was bits that actually moved, but this just feels like one solid piece, and it feels much cheaper. It's kind of disappointing. But again, inside you have her headband, and she's also wearing this ribbon here on her bangs, and she's got her side ribbons if the camera will pick it up on the side. Nothing over here. But excluding the hair, her eyes are nicely detailed. You can actually see the other one under here. Oh my god, that's really hard. I can't even open it. Her other eye is under there. I promise you cannot probably see it very well, or even at all on the camera. Her eyebrows are also painted on. Her nose is covered nearly by her hair. And then there is, of course, her mouth right here. Again, there's not much detail. This feels a lot way less quality than the Rem figure we have. Oh, poor Ram. Okay. The cheek, there's a little bit of blusher, so she's got a bit more definition on her face. But the face is pretty. I'm not complaining. It's very nice. Moving on to the hood is very solid like last time. This isn't a bad thing, I think, because again, we're not looking at the figure from this angle, we're looking at it from the front. So it's not so important that the back doesn't look great. But again, I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but the quality of this figure seems really rough. All these edges around here just seem to be a bit jaggedy. I mean, I'm pulling bits of plastic off just by doing this, so it feels like it's just being cut and put on without any cleanup. Disappointed, in all honesty. But the hood has a beautiful bow at the front. I do love bows, they're very pretty. And then this is connected to the cape that comes around the back of the hood. Beautiful. So, from head to body, here we have her beautiful body. This is very similar to the Rem figure we looked at before, so there's not too much detail extra to add. You can see the strap here oh, sorry, where's my hand? There we go. You can see the strap here connecting her dress up around her shoulders. The dress comes all the way around to the back. Yeah, it's pretty. She's also wearing the same waistcoat as Rem is, but again, detail issue here. The paint on this seems to be spreading onto her dress there. I don't understand, guys. Seriously, this is actually kind of pissing me off. Oh, there we go. There's another problem. You can also see the white paint is getting onto the brown. My goodness, wow, how disappointing. You know, this is probably the worst review I've done, just because I'm really pissed off with this. I mean, not just this, but everything. But, interestingly, it looks like this is sticking in. As you saw in the previous video with Rem, this fell off like 2 or 3 times, so I don't want to touch it too much. But at least it's staying this time, which is nice. A bit more on the front, you can see where the pattern of this string is tied. There's also a few gold points here on the sides, which we didn't look at too much detail on the Rem figure, but it kind of adds a bit more of realism to this corset. Moving down the dress, you can see that she has again her 2 layers here of the red dress and the white dress. I think this is a beautiful little pattern that they've got going on here. I love having 2 layers of something because it just adds a whole new level of depth, especially in these figures. She has her pockets on the front like her sister. There's ruffles all around the edge here, which again feel a little bit more rough. And then here on the back we have the bow and the ends of the bow that come down like this. Again, this pattern's lovely, it's beautiful. But I don't know if the camera can see, but you can see on the brown bag here, there is more white paint on the brown corset. Honestly, I don't know what to say. But it's pretty. I mean, at a distance, if you look at it kind of all the way over here, it looks nice. But when you're up close, actually looking at the details, I mean, there's so much to pick at. So we've had a quick look at the body, let's have a quick look at the arms. Her sister had one arm up kind of more in a fist, but this time she's holding her hands out as if she's going to hold her dress. It looks as though she's dropped it because there is no connection between her hand and her dress, which would have been a bit nicer, so she's actually holding it up. But like her sister, she's wearing some cuffs on the ends of her wrists. These cuffs are very pretty, they've got a lot of detail, again very jaggedy, but can't complain too much anymore. And then on this hand, this arm comes out. And there's a special reason for this, which I will show you later when we get our Rem figure back out. But very, very pretty. And again, I love the detail on these hands because they're just so beautifully, well, detailed. Minus the nails. Okay, so from dress to legs. Well, you guys can see exactly where my biggest qualm here is. The figure was broken before we got it out, so there is nothing I can do here. But putting this aside and just covering it up with my hand, the legs look very, very pretty. They go all the way up to the top of the dress. Yeah, I'm not going to give you a pants shot this time because it's a bit creepy and I don't want to go doing that again. But then moving on to her shoes again have a lovely amount of detail here. And as we are missing one foot here, which you can see, why not take a look at the shoe itself? So let's get that shoe out right now. So here we go, everyone. This is the foot that came broken in the box. Yeah, I'm so upset that's broken. I might just glue it back on. I've got some glue in the cupboard, so I might try and fix it. But this shows that the sock itself is actually very, very detailed. I don't think we realized or noticed this in the first video with the Rem figure, but you could see the blue on the top. The blue inside here gives a nice level of detail between the top of the sock here and the outside, which is a white color. I guess this is for shadow or for some kind of prettiness, I'm not too sure, but it's very, very nice. And it's also the same underneath. You can see inside here there's some blue around the inside of this ruff around here. Again, she's got this beautiful ruffle pattern at the socks where they folded down. Very nice. Again, it feels so rough. Honestly, I feel like I'm going to cut my thumb doing this. Wow. But yeah, but the shoe, again, this buckle, I cannot get enough of. It's a wonderful, wonderful little detail, and it just adds so much to the figure if the whole figure was here. But wonderful red shoes, nice and shiny, and again, the heels are here. So now that we've had a look at the figure and the shoe, let's see if we can actually get this in the stand and whether it's going to stand up on its own with only 1 foot. Let's give it a go. So, ladies and gentlemen, in her full glory, I give you the RAM SSS figure. You may be wondering why I'm holding her like this. Well, I think if you've watched the video, you can tell that this is not connected. I still can't believe that. That's really, really annoying. But again, what can you do other than take it back to the shop? My biggest worry with this though is that a lot of people buy these figures online. Where I live in Japan, it's easy for me to go down to the game center and go win a figure or even buy one down in Nippomashi in Osaka or Akihabara in Tokyo. But if you're buying it online, like, can you return figures like this? Like, hey, have you guys ever had a problem like this? If so, leave a comment below because I'd love to hear what problems you've had with some figures that you've bought online. Because yeah, honestly, I'm really pissed off with this. But there you go. Okay, so that is the RAM Red Hood figure. Let's take a closer look at her in a little bit more detail. Let's take a look. Now we've had a look at these figures before separately, but now I want to show you them together because they are both part of a set. And I think that Rem and Ram together like this is absolutely adorable. Honestly, even with the stupid leg problem we have here, this is a wonderful, wonderful pair. As you can see, they're probably skipping through the forest to find Subaru to kill him. But besides the point, these look adorable and you would not expect them to be the harsh killers that they are. You could see that their hands link very, very nicely too. It's beautiful, it's like they're holding hands. This could have been done a bit better, I think, if they had some kind of grip or the hands came off. Even you could have some hands that were interchangeable, would be very nice, but nonetheless they look quite nice together here. Some examples I was mentioning about the hair. You can see Rem has a hair that fades in color, goes from the dark blue to a kind of more white color. But over here, Ram is just pink. That's it. It's just pink. And also over here, you can see Rem, she has these few little bits of hair over here that stick out separately. But over here, again, there's nothing. It's just one solid hair piece. I mean, it's not so important. It's nice to have the difference between the two characters because being twins and sisters, you'd want them to have some kind of difference. But as they are twins, you would like a little more similarity, so there's not really much you can do here. You can also see that I have managed to somehow work this to stay in a little bit more, although it looks like it's going to fall out right now. And again here, this is sticking in very, very nicely. So I've pointed this out before in another Rem-Ram comparison video, but you can see that there is a massive, massive difference. I mean, quite a big difference actually, in the way their legs are positioned. Because right here, Rem has one leg in the figure stand with one up, but Ram has both legs stuck down like this. And I think this is actually nice. It gives a wonderful difference between the two characters here, and it just looks very, very pretty. But as you know, our Ram figure is very, very special because she is also on one leg. Seriously, I mean, what the hell? Okay, but let's give you a few more pretty shots of these girls together. Okay then, now to find a place for you on the shelf. Let's go find somewhere for you. We actually have made a bit of space for her because we want to fit her nicely with the other Rem figure that you can see right here. But for this figure, we're going to put her into this backspace over here, near the other Ram that's in this corner. See if we can put her in there without ruining her leg. Oh, I can't even make words. All right, 1 second. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, here we go. See if she will go in this time. Please, 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 please be careful. Whew, my goodness. Well, there you have it. That is the Ram SSS Red Hood figure. As I say, the figure is beautiful. It's just a shame there are so many issues, like we have the paint issue here on her dress, around the back, and most importantly, her foot. What an annoyance. But thank you again for joining today's video. I apologize if this video wasn't as good as some of the previous videos. Honestly, the leg breaking down here really put me off and it kind of made me quite angry. But regardless, this figure is lovely and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, please give us a like. Please feel free to subscribe if you're enjoying watching these videos. And just wanted to let you know, we have a new series coming out soon where I'm going to start showcasing some of the older figures that I have collected over the years in Japan. As you can see, there are some here, some up here, even more down here. And that is not including all of the other stuff we have on shelves over here and such. I don't know, people will tell me off for having those figures in the light, but I never have the curtains open. But anyway, tune back for those, and we're going to have some more figure openings soon, so yeah, please come back for those too. So thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in another video soon. Okay, bye!